Going live.
Never give up, cause we're the Power Rangers. Never give up, cause we're the Power Rangers. Heading forwards as the skies begin to darken once again. I've never felt so alone, till I realized we'll join our blades and fight together till the very end. When we're together, it's like home.
The whole world's on the line, but we got this and save it one more time.
Never give up, cause we're the Power Rangers.
Mythic order,
Never give up, cause we're the Power Rangers.
Mythic order.
Darkness creeps, evil never sleep, but we've come way too far to lose. Never give up, cause we're the Power Rangers.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Mythic Order. When last we left our Rangers, they had just acquired the Mythic Knight power-up. They had just returned from Tir na Nog. Roscoe's been missing in action for several weeks. So we're going to pick up with Roscoe. Roscoe, you've been spending a lot of time on the station trying to get any information about your sister, about the planet, about what's going on Crescia. You are called. You receive a call from Trini. She had sent you on a small mission to go check on the status of a couple of relay points throughout the galaxy. So you've been gone for several weeks. Upon your return, you learn that Billy's in jail. A ranger team by the name of the Power Rangers Galactic Path had been completely wiped out and destroyed by Psycho Pink herself. Among them was one of your compatriots, Asher of the Savage Stampede.
They dead as hell.
You received news that doppelgangers had taken over several of your compatriots, and now Koji has found himself in a great deal of trouble, suspected of his own father's murder. One of those doppelgangers was Koji. And Seamus had been taken over by the spirit of a doppelganger and nearly destroyed your team. Your team has had a rough few weeks. And now you receive a call that they have just returned from Ireland. And as you get ready to head back down, a pink light flies, hits you square in the chest. Your eyes glaze over. You look around. You find yourself in a black room. At the far end of the room, you see a familiar scene. You see you and your sister running as there's explosions going around you. It's the attack on Crescia that you fled from. You see yourself let go to try and run just a little bit faster to hold the door as she falls. I need you to make a survival check.
Great. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Do-do-do. I'm gonna sound dumb. How do I do this again? I'm so used to roll 20. What was it?
Click on your character sheet, and then
Yeah, I'm there.
on your character sheet, you're going to scroll down until you see survival, and you're just going to click the little dice right next to it.
Oh,
21. Nice. Your initial choice, as she was yelling at you to just go, I'll catch up. Your initial choice had been to listen. And that choice had cost you your sister as far as you knew. You hadn't seen her since. But in this version of the memory, you run back, pick her up, and carry her through the threshold. The memory shifts again. You're younger now. Maybe 10, 11. You and your sister are having a little bit of a spat. The two of you are kind of yelling at each other. She says something along the lines of, "Why won't you just be nice to me? I need you to make your survival check." Oof. Exactly as it played out in the first time. During this time, you were a particularly rebellious little kid. Not exactly the best behaved. And your sister, as little sisters do, annoyed the hell out of you. And you said, "Because I find you annoying. Now leave me alone." You feel a sense of regret. You didn't mean that. But it was something that stuck with the two of you for years after that. It was not a nice thing for an older brother to say to his little sister. The final memory, again. It's shortly after you arrive on Earth. You don't know anyone here. You see a young man. You originally landed in New Tech City, and you see a young man handing out clothes. He's African American. He's got dreads. He's handing out clothes and things of that nature. All of a sudden, SPD shows up, and he goes running. In the original memory, SPD had asked you for directions for if you saw where he went. In the original memory, you pointed him along the right direction. What does Roscoe do this time?
I think he actually looks at them and for a split second almost does the same thing, but he actually doesn't. And he points them in the wrong direction.
It seems you're capable of change. Excellent. And you feel a surge of energy well within you. You have unlocked the Mystic Night mode. As you kind of come back to reality, you find yourself you're in the office. You're sitting in one of the cubicles right next to the conference room where everybody usually meets. You see several lights come in at this point. One red, one yellow, green, and black. Your friends have just returned from Tir na Nog. Zane, we'll pick up with you. When we left off, you had said there was something that you felt you absolutely had to do now that you've learned that Koji is in jail. What is it that you felt you needed to do?
I gotta make a quick phone call to a certain lawyer I know.
I'm assuming you kind of step out of the conference room and kind of go into another side little office there and ring him up.
Yep.
What's the name of this lawyer you're calling?
The only lawyer I know, Harvey.
You cut out bad.
Oh, sorry. The only lawyer I know, his name is Harvey. He's the family lawyer. That's what lost the case.
You ring him up. Ah! Mr. Backstrom. How's the young master today?
All right, I can still be called that.
Well, you are the heir.
The inheritance transfer was. Oh yeah, gotta thank her for giving me that back. Anyway, so I know you're familiar with criminal law because you used to be a criminal lawyer before you were a criminal defense attorney before you were a private lawyer.
Best in the state.
Right,
Why?
right.
Are you in trouble?
Oh no, it's not me. It's not me. A companion of mine, in a sense. How familiar are you with doppelgangers and copycats impersonating crimes with all and ever since the last 30 years, doubles of people and some stuff and everything like that?
He ruffles through his. He goes, I've had a couple of cases where that was what the defendant claimed. Why?
Yeah, I have a client for you.
I'm assuming this is Mr. Matsunaga, your compatriot.
Yep.
He's found himself in quite a bit of trouble.
Freaking doppelgangers. Don't even get me started.
Do you have any evidence that a doppelganger is what did this? Is why he is in trouble?
I have a few things that may be able to help.
If you have any images or videos of them in the same space, that would help.
Yes, that would help.
Keep in mind, you do have
But
story
there is-
points.
I would like to spend a story point for a convenient item.
There you go. You do have
Good thing I have some.
You did manage to pull a video where Koji and he are in the same location, even if it was you managed to pull the voter video off of squadron headquarters of him being kidnapped by himself, because they weren't morphed when they did that.
I could send you a copy right now.
Send it over.
I send it to him.
He plays it. You can hear it playing in the background. I think we could make a case with this. You understand my usual fee will apply, though.
Take it to my dad. Just tell them this is an important business opportunity with another company.
I'm sure your father will agree wholeheartedly. He's been looking for some way to get a tie to that Matsunaga Corporation.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll see what I can do. Also, Mr. Backstrom, the information that you requested the other day has come back in. And I think you're going to want to bring the other individual that this might pertain to my office as soon as it is convenient for you.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Very well.
Just have to make sure that the other individual is free at the time.
Perfect. Perfect. Have a good day, Mr. Backstrom. And he hangs up. What do you do after that?
Well, time to meet with the rest. I got battle plans to think of. So I basically go back.
You're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out really, really bad.
Sorry. I go back into the room and I then say, I got Koji, the best lawyer in the state.
When you say best, like good enough to deal with like your family's your staff, the
I
family's
called Harvey.
nonsense.
Remember that one incident that you got almost going to jail in for that punching Gina incident? Yeah.
Why does everyone always? Well, okay, we forgot that guy. Then Then he said it's okay.
Okay. He's familiar with cloning, disguise law, or something like that. But because recent stuff. This world's weird.
You think he can help out with my family?
Not to rain on the parade or nothing, but how's the best lawyer in the state going to help when Koji's in Japan?
That's a fair point, lass.
Since
He's
the
in
trial
jail.
was
He's in
made
jail.
on that-
He's in jail in Angel Grove.
Okay.
He got arrested basically right after you guys came back. He had to he had to teleport back, and then you guys found out that he had gotten arrested.
Well,
He's like,
I'm still wrapping my brain around everything that's been going.
oh, don't worry, lad. There's been
Roscoe's got this little console, and he's watching all of the most recent Ranger logs, and he's just reading the reports, and he's like, "What the fuck have you guys been doing?"
Well, I got really depressed. Said some things that were interesting, and I don't know, a lot of things happened.
There
I mean,
was
you were
also the ninja, and the whole unlocking more powers and going through traumatic memories. That was.
Oh, speaking
assuming
of which, I got some photos to share with you, lad. And he pulls out
oh
his
yeah,
cell
the
phone.
photo.
And he pulls out his cell phone. He starts scrolling through all the pictures of them at in front with the hanging out with the dragon and everything with fire.
It's got your cousin in full. It's got your cousin in full Mystic Knight armor.
Yep.
Wow.
He may look big and scatty, but he's actually quite nice. If anything, he's more like a scaly house cat. He's very nice. He likes it when you touch it. When you pet his nose.
Yeah, you leave to do a couple vantage points across the galaxy, and all of a sudden, you just come back to lawyers, and also just one more thing: Billy in jail.
He's right
Oh,
there.
we also met the Fatty King.
Hang on, rewind a bit. You went across the galaxy, like the entire galaxy.
Yes. There was a couple of things that Trini needed me to check out.
You basically stopped. You basically went to KO35 and back, and you stopped at a couple relay points between Earth and there.
Did you
One's
get to
like-
meet the Space Rangers finally?
You did not. They were off world.
So it's like this delayed,
But
no, I did not.
and
It's okay. It's
You need a
okay.
hug.
Maybe one day.
that's okay. Caron's on staff now.
Yeah, it's
Right.
quite interesting.
Seamus has spent a lot of time with Caron.
Oh.
Listen. Y'all told me I needed some fat. Everyone keeps on telling me, dude, you need therapy. Well, I finally took their advice finally.
Caron has become the resident therapist of Project Squadron.
I think that's
I'm
fitting
not even.
for her.
Oh yeah, and fun fact, it turns out I'm actually from a descendant of a long line of Mystic Knights. That's a fun thing to learn. My dad was the original Red Mystic Knight for the time.
Oh, don't forget about the most important thing. The Fairy King is always watching us.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. What was it? My cousin said, Mystic Force. We might want to talk to. Yeah,
Yeah.
might want to talk to them about that at some point.
Yeah, probably. I I did learn a couple things from, from the
Vita.
Pink Ranger and all. So
From Vita.
yeah, from Vita. So
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, lead.
You learned magic?
Yep.
Meanwhile, Reggie's over in the corner going.
What?
Did
the
we
blooming
forget?
hell?
Did we forget to mention that?
Well, when the feck was our turn supposed to be? Oh.
Yeah, now it clicks.
Ow.
Yeah, you kind of
That-
missed that moment.
Yeah,
So-
that would be around the time I got my artists possessed. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could always talk to Vita. But I'm just processing everything. But what is at hand that we should probably deal with currently?
Well, lightning
Also,
is extremely
say one
effective on
thing.
ships.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you were talking.
You're good. I just want to point out that when you guys see Roscoe, he definitely has been working out. It was not like
He's been hitting the freaking space gym, working on that 100 times gravity like Vegeta.
What else has he got to do? It's freaking flying through space. It's on autopilot. He's basically doing push-ups the whole time.
He tries to do 2-finger push. It's like, I saw this in an anime once. I wonder if this works. Freaking goes to turn it up, gets slammed in the ground. Too much! Too much! Too much!
He moved it up to 0.5. Moved it up to 0.5 times gravity,
we
so it's
learned
actually
that.
less. No. So Trini walks in and she goes, Trini and Billy both walk in and she goes, we got him out. Hi, gang.
Oh, that's good.
wow.
You didn't really
I have
strike
a-
me as someone who was cut out for prison life, honestly, so I'm glad you were able to get out.
I have really good lawyers, and Koji dropped the charges. So
Nice.
Oh,
That's
speaking
good.
about lawyers, I gave Koji Harvey. You probably know Harvey.
yeah, Harvey's one of my lawyers,
He's a good one.
Small world, after
best in the state.
That's the line I keep hearing now. Best in the state. Like, is this like an award given? You know, do you like go to the ceremony and everything, or is this
I'm
like
not
word
even-
of mouth? I gotta
I'm not
know.
even from the state. I don't know.
Is
It's
there a
more.
nomination?
No, it just you look at his record. Dude doesn't lose.
Mm. Okay, fair enough.
Almost dropping my M&Ms. God damn it.
He's lost one case in 25 years.
Oh,
Well, damn.
And that was literally
Wow,
his
I
first. That was literally his first case. So
All it did was give him a backstory. That's amazing.
pretty much.
Do you think he could help me take and cat of whoever made that video of me on the internet?
No,
Shite. I'm never gonna live that down, aren't I?
probably not. You should know better. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever.
Listen, I come from frickin' Ireland, alright? My town, the town I'm from wasn't very technologically savvy.
mm.
He just looks at you. He goes, Ireland has internet.
Not that I'm from the more rural areas. We didn't have. Most we had was dial-up.
Oh God, you were really in the sticks, huh?
Yeah, barring the times I was getting busy getting beat by literal sticks. That's what happens when you live out in the area when your father is supposedly a mystic knight without your prior knowledge. He decides, hey, Boyle, pick up the stick. We're going to have some training.
And on other news, like a more of a brief thing, but on other news, we gotta concentrate on something else. We learned that in Moscow, we learned that lightning is extremely effective on ships.
I don't even
And
know
it's-
technology, and I knew that.
My
Huh.
language in particular. I did not know I could do that.
And
I
other
think you
news,
were all
do
missing
that.
the elephant in the room. Psycho Pink is on her way here, and we are ill prepared to deal with someone of her caliber.
When you say ill prepared, like
We will all
what are
die.
the-
I think that's bad. That's bad, right? Yeah, that's
that's
bad.
definitely bad. That's
That's
absolutely
bad.
bad.
Super bad.
You haven't seen the video yet, have you, Roscoe? And each of you at this point have seen the video of Psycho Pink just wiping out Asher and the Galactic Path.
Mm.
The video begins to play. One ranger after another falls. Finally, Asher and another SPD ranger teleport away. And the video is being recorded from the other SPD ranger's perspective. And you see them try to escape, and then you see Psycho Pink teleport in and just cut Asher down. Then she kills the other SPD ranger. And finally, a message plays. I've been released from guard duty, and I'm coming for you.
So we have a plan, right?
We've got part one of the plan. You all got your power ups. Part two might be to get your team all together and stop acting like separate individuals and act like a team.
Which reminds me, Ren, could I share the photo?
Yes.
Okay. Here is Roscoe's power up. First is the bow caliber. Second is suit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Always super cool. Yo, it's even cooler.
Oh,
Dope.
Oh my god.
My favorite power weapon is still Seamus's. I'm not gonna lie. I have a thing for just giant ass claymores. I don't know. All right, it's good.
Fair
It's
enough.
cool.
I understand. But I love it. That's really cool.
New weapon
Yeah, that's
combinations. New weapon combinations with this is the force fire combination for
Holy shit!
Now it feels complete.
Crazy. Can I just say, actually, Roscoe's new power weapon? I don't know who here has ever played a game called Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, but I'm not gonna lie,
Oh,
his
wow.
weapon reminds me of the Feyblades. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's so sick. Way to go, Zane.
Yeah, that's some nice shit.
All right.
So then the next thing that of course is the next is the Arctic Thunder, which is the me, Cody, and James combo, and then there's the no, not this one. This one already shown. There's a 6 combination one as well, but there it is, the full Mystic Caliber.
Jesus.
Wow.
Where do you even hold it? It's so pointy.
It's a cannon.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was about to say.
It's
That is sick.
it's a cannon, and people hold it on. Basically, you guys hold it up on each side.
Okay, I was gonna say. Because I was gonna say, if we're going whole samurai mode on this, and like one person's holding it while the other ones are like channeling energy, I'm like, where the fuck do you even hold it?
You got two.
Very carefully. Pointy
Other
side
than
goes
that,
towards the
back
bad
to the story.
guys.
So cool.
As the Rangers We're going to do a time skip now.
Oh boy.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Reggie, Zane, you had agreed to meet Harvey in his office today. The two of you are sitting there. As he enters in, he comes in and he goes, "Ah, good day, Mr. Backstrom, Miss Fault."
Sup?
He sits down across from you and he goes, "So about what I called you about. I found out I was able to trace the documentation you sent me. And I paid a consultant, and this is what I found." He slides a file across from you. It's definitive proof that your sister had been siphoning money from all of the inheritance.
Oh,
Had taken Regina's money completely, as well as some of the money that was supposed to go to you, some of the money that was supposed to go to your brother.
Even to charity fund?
And the charity fund never got there. So she had siphoned out a lot of money into a shell corporation.
That's fucked up.
That she had set up. He goes, this definitively proves it. How she did this, we don't know. Or what's being done with this money, we don't know. We can't get into this file. But we have subpoenaed her, and we're going to get you guys your money back. In fact, I have already been able to receive part of it. That I think I was able to receive a good chunk of it after the subpoena, because the judge owed me a favor. Miss Fault, check your bank account.
I tentatively check my phone and poke at whatever bank app I got to check my account.
You went from having maybe $350 in your account to having about $120,000 in your account. He goes, "It's not all of it, but it is some."
This is some? This is a small portion?
I just imagine she goes to like make like a fainting motion and like Seamus is right behind her and like catches her. He's like, "What do I do with
You're
this?"
not there.
You're not. Yeah, you're not there presently.
I know. I think that I just thought that would be so funny. Just like
Reggie, he goes, "Well, you are owed." He goes, "You are owed $25 million." So
Harvey,
this is
you are a champ. You are doing the Lord's work right here.
once we're able to recover the rest of the funds, we'll get it taken care of. But I have to ask, do you two want to execute the provision in your grandfather's will? And Zane, you would actually be the only one in this one who would know anything about what that provision would be. That provision basically would say that if anyone is caught misappropriating the funds, they are completely disinherited, and their money goes to the least advantaged of them, which means it would go to Reggie and her family. Her,
Basically,
your,
just works, right?
the sisters, basically the sisters' money would basically all be siphoned back into Reggie's family's fund.
I turn towards Reggie and I say, question, heads or tails?
Are we gonna decide this with a coin? Are we actually going to decide this with a coin?
Just because his name is Harvey, isn't it? Let's see where this is going.
Just roll a D2. Just roll a D2.
Heads.
There's no such thing.
Don't do anything stupid.
Have you met us?
What
Have you met yourself, for that matter?
Heads.
I look at him and basically, oh, you don't know. Oh, I just got the text message from my bro because I just texted him this information. He said, light it up. So I basically say, yeah, do it.
Harvey's smile goes full evil. He goes, I had a feeling you might say that. I need you two to sign here and here. And he slides over a non-disclosure agreement. This means you two can't talk about what's about to happen until after the money's been transferred.
Why does it sound like Harvey has a bone to pick with his sister?
He does.
Sounds about right. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's a lot of
yeah.
people at this point. You
That's
know,
fair.
just
That's fair.
When you steal from charity, you better
Right.
tell everyone.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm assuming both of you sign.
all right.
That's some Cruella
Yeah,
de Vil levels of shit.
Yeah,
right
we
there.
sign.
Right, you'll be like, oh no, who could have ever? How unfortunate! What a tragic thing to happen. As she signs with glee. I mean, she tried to kill somebody and stole from charity. Like, come on.
He goes, that money will be back in 24 hours.
Oh, I still know the full thing that's happening, but Reggie doesn't she?
No, Reggie still has no concept of what you guys are talking about. She just knows that your sister's about to get royally fucked.
All I know is Reggie,
Sucks to
just don't talk
suck.
to her. Don't talk to don't talk to my sister, or don't talk to anyone for that matter. But you're about to get an early birthday gift. That's all I can say.
I should be concerned, but officially, this conversation never happened, and I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Wink.
Your brother texts you. He goes, when you leave Harvey's, come to my house. Bring Reggie too.
We'll be there as fast as possible. I say in text message. Like the text message I sent him, so it would be the script. It'll be Jelly Bean Protocol. It'll be saying yes or no.
Oh, he definitely said yes. He's pissed at the sister.
Jelly
Right.
bean protocol?
Your brother is like a nice, just a genuinely nice dude. The only reason why he even got into politics was because he just wanted to help people. He wanted to make changes. And he's been he's like, the guy has no scandals. The most scandalous thing that happened to him is he got into an accident and was in the hospital.
Not really even a scandal. It's just newsworthy.
Isn't this even the same brother that was saved by the blue?
Uh-huh.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh wait, you missed the part of the
Checks out.
cutscene. Never mind, he'll find out later.
Yeah, he woke up.
Yeah, it's something that happened 2 episodes ago. You'll find out.
Yeah.
that
He
from
woke
that
up
time.
literally before all the shenaniganry with us getting possessed and shit.
Work.
It's basically where Zane's head was at most of the time.
Yep. So you guys end up leaving Harvey's office and the scene changes. Roscoe, we find you and Joe at kind of in Joe, you'd basically kind of called Roscoe to kind of give him the full catch up at this point. And the two of you are kind of sitting in the commissary and basically having a meal. How does that conversation play out? Because he's missed quite a bit.
All right. Well, what all did he miss specifically again?
He helped out with one mission recently, like he basically teleported back, helped with the mission, and then teleported away. Right back to the ship because he still had a mission he needed to complete out there. But he didn't actually know what was happening. He was just there for the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, the last time he appeared was during one of the doppelganger fights, but he didn't actually even know they were doppelgangers.
Yeah, all right. All right. So while you were up in the stars, we had our own little mission. Also in the stars, we had to call in Astro Red because none of us had a spaceship. Long story short, with that one, we saved Koji. We blew up a big ass like ship. I think it was Psycho Red's prison ship specifically. So she's real mad at us. And while we went to the mystical land of fairies, all of us went through some personal stuff. The most important thing is I saw something I needed to see. Zane saw something he needed to see. Long story short, he's gonna be the boss man again.
So Zane is now in charge again.
I think he's truly up to it this time.
In charge.
And Roscoe is eating this Thai fried rice. And goat.
Down.
Okay. But how are you doing, Joe?
Aside from Psycho Pink coming, I think I'm gonna be okay.
I am a little intimidated with Psycho Pink on her way.
I'm
I'm
not,
not trying to think about all that right now.
Roscoe, you would actually be like the most afraid
Correct.
because you've heard the stories, especially after what happened after she was resurrected the third time.
Correct.
And like, as far as you know, the Psycho Rangers are out still running around somewhere in the universe. They got quote unquote rehabilitated. They don't really help anybody. They just kind of keep to themselves these days, but they're still a freaking force to be reckoned with when they do pop in.
I mean, I don't know, Joe. Should I go into witness protection?
You repeat that?
Should I go into witness protection?
You can run, but you can't hide.
I mean, all joking aside, Psycho Rangers are they are very hell-bent on fighting the color of the spectrum the most. If I remember correctly, Psycho Red was gunning for Zane. So Psycho Pink is obviously going to
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
As you guys kind of another presence kind of pops on your side there, Joe. And Roscoe, you're looking dead at the face of Caron, sister to the Red In Space Ranger. And I imagine Roscoe begins having a mild panic attack because celebrity.
Oh
So-
my god.
So that moment in anime, right, where something happens and you see something so shocking, it's like that celebrity, and then just like that moment.
He freezes up, becomes a literal statue. Joe's goes to poke him. He's like, Roscoe, you okay? Pokes him. He just falls over. He's
Roscoe?
stiff as a board.
You okay there, buddy? You don't want to switch colors or nothing?
What?
She goes, I think if anyone's going to have to worry about Psycho Pink, it's me.
When
But-
you get here?
Just now. That's why he's like that.
Oh, well. I don't think we formally met.
No, we haven't. But you two are late for your therapy session.
Yeah.
Apparently you didn't get the memo. I'm gonna have to yell at Billy about this. Both of you come with me.
Man, y'all really dropped the ball.
Okay,
Even Seamus made his
I'm guessing this is happening. Joe will kind of get up to follow her.
I will stumble out of my seat to then follow.
She leads you down the corridor and up a couple floors, and then into this back office. It's nice. It's got this really nice view. It's basically on the same side of the building to where you can kind of see most of Angel Grove, and you're about 3 floors down from where you guys usually hang out. She goes, have a seat, both of you.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Joe's gonna have a seat.
I'm gonna sit, but then squirm and adjust. Then squirm again, then adjust.
She turns her attention directly to you, Joe. At first, she goes, how are you feeling with your brother's advancements here at Squadron?
I feel like he's gonna come a long way.
Already has. He is being promoted to assistant. He's being promoted to the assistant to the head of development.
Oh.
How does that make you feel?
On the one hand, I'm proud of him. But on the other hand, just part of me always worries, like, I don't want to see him go too far too fast, because how long is it going to be from that to full on, hey, let's make him a ranger?
Oh, well, I don't foresee that happening. He has zero desire to be a ranger. He just wants to make weapons that you can use. His words, not mine. And she then turns to you, Roscoe, and she goes, how are you feeling since your mission? You seem like you're feeling a little lost.
Yes. Yes. I just feel a little overwhelmed. But like you are Corone. You are Corone.
Yes.
I I'm sorry. I'm really overwhelmed right now. Mostly because you are related to Andros.
I was a Power Ranger too, you know.
I know, but like,
I was also
and
the Empress
not
of
only-
Evil.
so all of those things, and then you're also on the Pink Ranger spectrum, and I, how'd you do it?
Took it one day at a time and learned from my mistakes.
Right.
What do you think your most recent mistake has been? What are you feeling like your most recent mistake is?
To be honest, being gone for so long on these missions, because I feel like I just haven't been able to focus, and now we have the Psycho Pink Ranger on her way, and I don't even know if I'm going to be prepared.
Fair. Same question, Joe. What do you think your what do you think your what do you think your most recent mistake is?
You Joe kind of fiddle around for a flask that's in her like shirt pocket. And he's like, oh, I think I can think of a few. Because despite everything that's happened, I can always in the back of my mind feel like it's somehow my fault. Like if I had just noticed that something was a little off with Seamus, maybe he wouldn't have got possessed. If I'd have just acted sooner on the beach, maybe Koji wouldn't have gotten taken.
She looks at both of you. You both need to understand that none of that was your fault. The missions were assigned by training. You had to do them. And your team has never been what you would call close. So it'd be hard to notice the behavioral changes in someone, especially when you know that they're dealing with a lot. My conversations with Seamus have been very telling.
Man is fruitier than a spider monkey.
She goes, and I have one last question for you guys. What do you think your team needs more than anything in the world right now?
I
Each
think
other.
literally was going to say the same thing, but I was going to say camaraderie.
She smiles and she goes, then you've got the right idea. Now there's a missing team. As far as I can tell, the case with Koji is going well. They're scheduling They're scheduling his trial the first week of December.
Huh.
So hopefully we can help then.
I will say one of the weirdest things I think for our team is it seems like one person always wants to lead and the other one doesn't want to lead or does. It just, how do you fall in line when I just feel like we're always in discourse?
How do you think you solve that discourse?
I guess we follow one person, but I don't know. I mean, Corone, you have been a ranger and have acted on your own, and you've led, but I don't know. I just feel like we're always just on, like, there's always a one, it's either a Koji way or a Zane way. I don't know.
It sounds to me like you know what you need to do.
I guess so.
Very well.
Also, if you just ever have any spare time, I would love to just get like a training session in.
Perhaps another time.
Pink Rangers.
Vita's still down in the basement Vita's still acting as the head of training, as far as I know.
I agree, but you have, let's just say, unorthodox methods.
It's clearly we have too many unorthodox methods amongst our group. Clearly.
Total fanboy.
Yeah.
She dismisses the two of you, and both of you walk out of the office. Seamus, we come to you, and Mara, having actually had the first moment of like real, because you've been busy all this week, with restocking the bar, getting all the reorders in. You guys had a couple of really big parties that you had to do. You guys were living that bar life.
I just imagine like subconsciously Seamus has just kind of like been pseudo kind of avoiding her without really meaning to or trying to.
You
Ranger fame ruined beer stock.
you and Mara are kind of sitting at a table in a kind of in your guys's in the den above the bar, kind of having breakfast at this point before you're scheduled to meet everybody later at back at headquarters. You
Can I actually roll? I've put skill points in this. I've never gotten to use it so far. Can I actually do a performance check for like making breakfast?
sure? I don't see why not.
I've never. I literally put 2 points in this skill. I've never gotten to use it yet, and I feel like this is the perfect time to try it out. Let's see. Oh wow!
You make a pretty good breakfast.
Yeah. God damn it! Yes, the Fairy King is always watching, including when I'm making breakfast.
The Fairy King wishes he could make such good breakfast.
They're magically delicious.
But are they Lucky Charms?
You know Seamus would definitely have a box of Lucky Charms off to the side as part of the breakfast. He makes this joke every morning, and Mara just plays along with it.
Mara goes, she goes, breakfast is really good this morning. You went different this time. This sausage is really good.
Yeah, I guess you could say I've got a little more pep in my step as of late.
Yeah, you haven't really talked about what happened when you had to go home.
Oh, yeah. Haven't really had the time since. Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. We have a moment to ourselves, I suppose. Well, as you can imagine, once I found out I had to go back there, I was vehemently against it, as he just kind of like flashes back to like being literally picked up and thrown into the portal. He just kind of like mumbles to himself, "So glad I managed to dodge that cow pie." But yeah, ran into a few familiar faces. The Fatty King was there. So was my cousin and my mum.
Ah,
Yeah. You could imagine tensions were a little high at first. Just saying, I do a mean Running Man impersonation. Yeah, he goes on to explain to her the trials that he went through, the visions, how it was a little rough going at first, but he realized that in the end, that as much as he tried to hate his father, he never could. He deep down inside just could never bring himself to truly hate him. And then after being able to say what he wanted to say before the last time he saw his father again, he just feels like everything just feels like the whole world just opened up, where like he just doesn't feel this crushing pressure on his chest anymore, and like he doesn't feel like he doesn't need to prove himself to like everyone and everything around him, to prove that he exists, like that he doesn't feel like he needs to be constantly doing these feats of strength or agility or otherwise to prove who he is. Yes, I did notice that. I know. I don't know what that is.
it's been random as hell. It's
Yeah,
not consistent at all. It's not like,
No, I know.
oh, it happens every 20 minutes.
Oh.
It's just like every once in a while, flash.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either, man. Like I said, it's a new camera, but I don't even fucking know. It's weird.
It's been
I thought
caught
the
on
first-
streams at least 3 or 4 times because it's.
Yeah.
I've been catching it in the main window here.
Yeah. No, I noticed that too. Like the first time it happened, I was like, just seeing shit. But then it happened like 2 more times. Like, what the fuck is
That might be why your buddy got rid of the camera. If it's
I somehow missed
If
every
it's-
single one.
if it's got a short, it will do that.
Maybe. I mean, this one's just kind of better quality for now. I'm still planning on actually like buying a new one. So, but yeah.
You could get the Elgato Facecam Pro. Elgato, if you want to send me an Facecam Pro.
Not sponsored, by the way.
definitely not sponsored. As I'm running a blue microphone.
Definitely not sponsored. As you're just wearing like a fucking like Burger King shirt or something.
No.
Definitely not sponsored. Totally don't check out the chicken fries. Ugh.
No,
Your way.
Your conversation with her goes well. You manage to kind of smooth things over with her, and you end up feeling better for it. The scene shifts back. The scene shifts back to Zane and Reggie coming into Zane's brother's house. You are greeted at. You are greeted at.
Possible. I need to teleport though.
He goes. You kind of teleport just outside the door, and you end up knocking, and he opens the door and he goes, "Hey, come on in. Come on in."
I will stroll in, be like, "How you doing now? Feeling any better?" Well, probably, just in case. Like, I know they said you're doing fine, but like,
Oh, I'm fully recovered. In fact, there's something specific that I needed to talk to you two about because I don't really know how to deal with it. And I thought maybe I thought if anyone could help, it would be you two, given your special set of circumstances.
Oh my gosh, he got a tattoo.
No, a tattoo would be. I've got like 10. I just wear suits all the time, so nobody notices.
Clearly, this is a revelation for Zane.
mind blown.
And now I know a secret to tell mom.
Snitch.
Who do you think paid for my first one? Just Dad's the one who'd be mad about it.
He gets mad about everything. Anyways,
Eh?
what you talk to us about?
I have to step down from being mayor. Because I've been recruited to do something a little bit bigger.
Wait,
Governor?
hold on. Govern?
Sweet gods, he's the president of the United States.
If you're coming to us to talk about this, then this isn't a state-run position, I don't think, is it?
No.
Oh.
Zane just finger for a second and then realizing, no. I guess this means keeping it in the family to a whole new meeting.
Hey,
Yep.
Zane, I guess it's gonna be better than us at something else, huh? Yet again.
So far, I'm kind of a shit one. I had my first fight the other day and almost died. So I was hoping you guys you guys have always been better combatants than me. I was hoping you guys could help train me a little bit.
But we gotta double check to see if, you can actually, morph. I want to see I just want to see the color because, just to make sure it doesn't clash with any of us.
He kind of snickers a little bit and he goes, "Okay." Fury of the gods. and he is surrounded by this blue. He takes on this blue ranger form, and it's got like a kind of like a triangle, like kind of like a crown, almost like helmet, and it's got kind of like a white pattern across that almost looks like a toga. And he goes, "Power of Poseidon, Blue Mythic Ranger."
The who
Oh,
now? What
shit,
now?
Blue.
The Curse of the Blue Ridge. No lie, that's freaking that call is freaking metal. Why don't we have one that's cool like that?
I'm working on it.
He goes,
That
yeah,
I'm worried about. It's what I'm worried about is the color.
yeah,
Never trust the Blue Ranger.
I'm the Mythic Fury Blue Ranger.
Blue
My
Rangers tend to have a short.
that seems to only be part of on Squadron. I'm not part of Squadron.
Good.
I
You have
was
Mythic in your
Wait.
name.
I was recruited directly by Blue Emissary, and I will be leaving the planet to go do a thing. I can't give you any details, but I would like to have a training session with the two of you because you guys are kind of my heroes. There's a reason why I defended you so vehemently when you guys first appeared. Feels like it's been forever ago now.
Could you repeat that? I got my phone on now, recording.
I'm not saying it again, Zane.
He's gone from mayor of the city to mayor of the galaxy. They grow up so fast.
Reggie's a little, just a teeny tiny bit emotional, but we'll never show it. And we'll
Get back in
immediately.
there, tear.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And she's like, "Well, we gotta whip you into shape then, huh? I'll have you know, I'm not gonna hold back at all. If you get your ass kicked trained, that's your own problem. I'm a hell of a lot scared than any aliens you'd have to deal with."
Mostly because I could technically knock him out in one punch.
I mean, you could, but we still need him to not be knocked out just yet, right? We'll get there.
And okay, but I guess we can work on something. I know how to work. I have an idea, but since you are a ranger, in a sense, we probably need to do this in a safe location. So should we call Big Blue just to see if we could use one of the training facilities? You can teach him how to fight. I can teach him how to dodge.
Seems like a good plan.
All right. At this point, I'll give Billy a call.
Billy answers. He goes, "Yes, Zane, what's up? What can I do for you?"
Apparently, being a ranger is a family trait of mine.
We did detect a boost in the grid coming from a different sector than we access.
Right. So my big brother is a Blue Ranger, and I'm wondering if we could use the training facilities because the life expectancy of Blue Rangers, no offense, sir, but in the last year have been pretty low.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go. Thank you, sir. As I
Okay.
hang
He goes,
up.
yeah, just use the one on subfloor 3.
Sub for free. Got it. I hung up and basically saying, okay, grab onto either me or Reggie's shoulders. You're about to have the best, I mean, worst, I mean, we're just going to have fun with this. Training of your life.
Okay. Each of you give me let me see. How do I want to roll this?
I have
'Cause you guys
specialization
are
in teaching.
you have a specialization in teaching?
Yes. In persuasion.
Yeah, that's actually what kind of what I was thinking. Yep. Go ahead and roll your persuade. Both of you roll persuasion checks. If you have a specialization in teaching, you can roll it.
Nice. No specialization for me. Just persuasion. Two.
I wonder if I should use a story point to get edge. Because this is really important. So we don't want to lose a family member.
You know, actually spending a story point here would be a great idea. Like if he
can I use
dies, it's
one?
on us.
Yeah. I'll
Well,
use one first.
Reggie rolled a 21. Reggie's fine. But if
Alright,
you want
I'll
to spend that story point, you have spent it. Ooh. You he doesn't pick up dodging very well, but he can tank a hit like you wouldn't believe. Like Zane, you actually like come in with your lightning charge and you strike him in the chest, and he straight tanks it. He just slides back, and he comes back with his he whips out this trident, and a sphere of water wraps around it and blasts at you and ends up like exploding against you as you kind of cut through it with electricity. He
Water in
he
the suit.
he
Suit is not vacuum sealed.
you guys do like kind of kick his ass a little bit, but he learns from it. You do feel like he's learned because you guys spend several hours doing this. You guys have about an hour before. At this point, it's about an hour before you're supposed to meet everybody. The training sessions go well.
Oh, and here's the most important lesson. If anything happens and you feel like you won't be able to win in this day and age, running is an option. Especially if you encounter a psycho.
He goes, yeah.
Especially Psycho Pink. Just, if you see her, just teleport out, piece out of a planet or something like that. Leave that to us.
Fair enough. Goes. He kind of walks up to both of you and he goes, I'll be leaving the planet tomorrow. I've already sent in my resignation and saying that I'm going on a trip through SPD, but that's not the whole truth. SPD is going to get me to where I need to be to rendezvous with who I'm going with. And we're going to go someplace far away. I don't know when I'm going to see either one of you again. But know that I'm proud of you. And I'm hoping the jelly bean plan goes really well.
I'll record the reaction.
Please do. I'm going to want to see it when I get back.
Sure. It'll be another 14 hours till that's complete, right? Jelly bean plan?
Yeah, it'd be about between 14 and 16 hours. Depending on how long, depending on what time it comes back tomorrow morning.
We're supposed to party. No. But other than that, we are going to have to go talk to the rest of my team meeting.
He goes,
scheduling, and paperwork.
yeah.
The Earth's not going to be the same without you. So, you take care up there, make us proud, and we'll be waiting for you when you get back.
Just don't
Oh,
worry.
and don't.
The lieutenant mayor is a good person. She knows what she's doing.
And we're in good hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hug
Yeah.
your damn brother already.
He
I know!
gives you you guys share like a super awkward hug.
We should just stick to the family handshake. It's much better.
Like,
He goes,
you
yeah.
ain't gonna see him for knows how long. You hug your fucking brother.
He you guys he reaches out, gives you a proper shake. He goes, "Stay safe, little brother."
You as well. And more importantly, when you're up there, get yourself a Zord.
He goes,
Just don't ask me to draw it.
he goes, yeah. No problem.
And make sure you teach other people the importance of collateral damage.
Oh my God.
Because some rangers don't know how to. Savage.
I just imagine Reggie's like, can we pick it up before he starts talking about the ranger logs next?
Reggie's already could hear the whole conversation playing out in the back of her head.
Oh, and one more thing. Hopefully, this is the point where Reggie starts pulling him back.
Nope.
Reggie, and at this point, your brother teleports away because you've been like that since you were a kid. Whenever you fought, like when you were a kid, it was always the encyclopedia. This is what the encyclopedia says. Now it's the ranger logs.
Full blown thesaurus.
You are very much a lover of knowledge.
Mm. Wow, he's on the wrong team then. We all got like low
I know.
smart scores,
We're all
don't we?
dumbasses.
Each of you comes back into the office. He goes, you see Billy sitting there, and he goes, I have a mission for you, Rangers. Something I think you might, something to test your mettle against.
And just kind of cracks his neck side to side, like, finally. Been waiting to shake off the dust. It's been so long since we actually got some exercise in.
Yeah. And I've been waiting to test out these new powers too.
Yeah, he goes, we've been able to track down a facility that being used to replicate the Dark Ranger's powers.
Replicate the who and the what now?
Creating soldiers from the Dark Rangers. And yes, Seamus, that does mean your cousin. There are, at present, we know of 4 Dark Rangers that are presently within the facility. Your mission is to beat them.
Among those 4, is he there?
As near as we can tell.
Good. It's time It's time I delivered on a promise I made, then.
Well, they're going to be in for a surprise.
I bet they will.
We're definitely going to have to rely on those new power-ups. We've gotten our asses handed to us every time we fought Dark Rangers, Psycho Rangers, whatever. But they won't see this coming. We can probably use that shock to take them down.
Oh, and I'm fired up now.
He goes, All right, Rangers. Here's the details. And he opens up a computer screen as the scene fades away. On the far reaches of space, in the Centauri quadrant, Psycho Pink ship Psycho Pink leaves her ship and enters the mobile carrier. As she begins the long trek towards Earth. But maybe she'll stop in a few places first. The camera pans into her and she goes, these Rangers are my sword is hungry. It's almost time for the plan to begin to come to an end. I need to feed my sword so we can bring Dark Spectre through. As the scene fades away and our episode
Damn it.
comes to a close.
No.
Do it. Do I?
Fuck.
freaking-
I know.
Thank you for joining us on Power Rangers Mythic Order. When will Psycho Pink show up? How large of a threat is she? And just whose collateral damage? What are these Dark Rangers? And what is this plan to create more of them? Find out next time on Power Rangers Mythic Order. See ya.
I'm about to kick my cousin's ass.
See you next time. Same Ranger channel. Same Ranger channel.